Jerusalema ikhaya lami, ilondoloze uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Jerusalema ikhaya lami, ilondoloze uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Yawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze uhambe nami, yawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze uhambe nami, ilondoloze, 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 zungangishilana. Ilondoloze, 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 zungangishilana. Yawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze uhambe nami, yawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze uhambe nami. Jerusalema ikhaya lami, ilondoloze uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Jerusalema ikhaya lami, ilondoloze uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Yawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze uhambe nami.
Greetings, guys. Again, I want to say thank you for giving me the chance, welcoming me back into your devices, to your homes. With you guys is Ethica Odysseus. I'm sorry I came a little bit late. I was supposed to be there afternoon, but unfortunately I had some other stuff going on. But I want to say thank you, and I welcome you guys to the Equatorial Free Forum. This is Ethica Odysseus with you. So I'll start with greetings from Equatorial Salvation Council and diaspora to all my fellow Equatorian brothers, revolutionary brothers and sisters. Greeting in the name of justice, accountability, and equal rights. Greetings in the name of Equatorian nationalism. Greetings in the name of Equatorian unity. Greeting in the name of our people struggle. Greeting in the name of our hope and future of our people and new Equatorian. Again, my fellow brothers and sisters, I want to say thank you. It's an honor. I'm not going to take long today. I've been absent from social media for a while. My topic today, I just wanted to speak about first greet you, and I know we have tomorrow in US we celebrate Thanksgiving. According to United States, it's appreciation and thanks to God for the year that we are in, and this is something is become like a ritual, United States ritual, and in Canada the same thing. They do the same thing of giving thanks to God and thanks to the life they have lived, and even some people who are in, mostly just appreciate the year. I know this year have been difficult for everyone. Tomorrow I'm definitely going to have a chance and time to speak um, a message that I will send, but this one is just a little bit that I wanted to speak about. الموضوع زي ما جاي نتكلم عنه هنا موضوع بخص وضعنا كاستوائيين as usual, and the social issues that's going on with our people back home. I know sometimes you preach and you speak, but people few will understand, and one day the word that we speak bitla hagiga, because some people right now are all delusioned with what they see, what they like for their moment. حاجة اللي بس ماشي بمزاج، لكن في الحقيقة هنا في وضع كئيب جدا، وهنا كما شدينا حالنا كأبناء وبنات استوائية عشان ننقذ بعضنا أو نسيف our people from this catastrophe اللي فوقه. مستحيل إحنا كاستوائيين حنكونوا شعب قوي ومجموعة قادرين نجيف كأبناء إيكاتوريا اللي دايرينه. زي ما انت شايف البلد هناك ماشي على يدين مجرمين واشخاص قبليين ومتخلفين جدا. And the third one also, احنا وصلنا لمرحلة معقدة جدا، حرب ماشي في أراضينا بيحتلوها، وكم مليون نسمة من المواطنين the Equatorians who are living in UN camp or other neighboring countries لوضع سيء. وكل ما بنشوف المنظر ده كل ما في تغيير. السؤال اللي بيسأل نفسه ليه ما في تغيير؟ Why there is no change? Why people are just in the same situation? Hi brother Luda, welcome, thank you. It's really sad. الوضع اللي احنا فوق وضع كئيب، لأنه احنا كمجموعة وكأبناء استوائية ما بنشد حيلنا بصراحة. we don't push ourselves hard عشان get to the point نغير الوضع اللي فوقه. قد ما نحن بنحاول at what we do, because there's something wrong. People, they don't have that self-trust or self-awareness, which we need to cut this off. احنا لازم نكون عندنا كل القوة، لأنه في حاجة عشان تقدر توصل لنجاح لازم تتعب فوق. There gotta be a struggle, and struggle doesn't have to be by taking weapons and kill. It can be with anything, determination بيبني على الفكرة بتاعك ومبادئك والطرق بتاعك نظم بتاعك توصل فوق. ما في حاجة easy. لو انت لقيت حاجة easy معناته حاجة ده فوق غلط. في النهاية destruction بتاعه حيكون worse than the beginning, لكن حاجة صعب بنهايته بيكون ناجح. فانت شايف ان السوشيال Equatorian social issues بتاعنا هسه كانت شايفها في جنوب السودان, as I get reports, a lot of those young youth, and this message to them I directed to them: you guys don't give up, especially in the moment اللي انتوا شايفين حالكم ما قادرين to do anything. You gotta take action, and to take action you have to stand up and speak out against what is wrong. Don't always surrender to حاجات اللي ما بديكم لقدام غير دمار. Like for example now alcoholism is going extremely, like, and then also drugs using over there going on, and also حتى وصل لمرحلة suicide, people committing suicide out of frustration. This is not the way how we're supposed to be. احنا أبناء استوائية, the mistake is there, but we can correct it. Like in giving up is not going to help us. The warriors always said even the difficulty, and if he مثل بيقول be grateful to adversity. And this is something happening. هسه احنا جايين celebrate tomorrow Thanksgiving في أمريكا, عيد الشكر. وهي عيد مهم جدا لأنه this is the time اللي US can remember the time when they came to United States. لما اللي بيقول لهم اسمهم the pilgrims أو دول الجايين مهاجرين من دول أوروبية حربانين من United States, من بريطانيا. معظمهم كانوا بريطانيين. هربانين لانه الملك كان داير يدمرهم. وطبعا جروب تاع pilgrims ده كان عندهم تاريخ كمان، ده الناس كان دايرين يعملوا rebellions against the government or against the kingdom or the ملك. لما كان في واحد اسمه I forgot the name, he's very famous person from those guys that actually been most known to be the most terrible guy in history. الشخصية ده قدر يدمر مملكة الملك ده، لكن قريب تاع الملك جا خطه. يعني في كان أحداث كان حتى سموها civil war in England in ancient time. So المعركة وصلت في مرحلة إنه نازل طردهم، فطردوا وجو هربوا لأمريكا. لما أمريكا اكتشفوها طبعا حسب أوروبيين they came and settled in United States. ووقت هم settled لقوا حالهم كمان في ظروف ما في أكل ما في شفاء، دخلوا في وضع صعب. لكن الهنود الحمر أو the Native American ساعدهم to change their life into becoming, by helping them, feeding them, even teaching them how to farm, how to do other things. لأن الوضع لهم فوق وضع different من أوروبا. This is how the time when they came celebrated it. But it became official celebration during Lincoln. Lincoln is the one who actually allowed or actually made it a national holiday officially. فعشان هيك أمريكان كل سنة celebrate before the end of the year by 2 months. They celebrate on November tomorrow, which is on Thursday tomorrow. All Thursday, every Thursday of November, second Thursday of November, that's the celebration. So they will have this Thanksgiving. For this thing, to us, we need to appreciate, because when they said, like I said, be grateful for adversity, because for adversity أو في المشقات هو طريق النجاح. لكن في حاجات easy, this is something wrong which is going to end up in destruction. And what happened is that for the forces, like I said, for it forces the human spirit to grow. Adversity forces the human spirit to grow. For surely the human character is formed not in absence of difficulty, but in our response to difficulty. بمعنى تاني احنا الصعوبات دائما حيكون في حياة الإنسان، لكن ما نخاف. This message to me, my message here to those Equatorians back home in Juba specifically, and all those in camps of Khartoum. الوضع دايما بيلوك bad horrible، لكن احنا مولودين في مشقات، لكن ما حنقعد في مشقات، حنغير الوضع. فإن شاء الله things will change. And my message here today, just wanted to brief it, is that we've been facing difficulties, like for example, the situation with our Equatorians right now who are getting confused with a lot of things. The reason why is because they look up to things that is so chaotic. They think this is the solution. But if they wanted to find a solution, they need to look at themselves, starting with themselves, starting believing in themselves. And that's where the unity starts, and the unity gets stronger. But if you're going to search the outside for any solution, or even trying to cling yourself with something that does not help you, you will not go anywhere. You're only going to be like somebody who always needs support. And this is what we see in South Sudan. The corruption, the murder, the killing. Even today, like I was watching earlier, one of the other live forum about this Egyptian lady came, they brought her in and they tried to ask a question. It just shows you the ridiculous of our people. Like, we become so ridiculous in a way that we begin to be captivated by those foreigners, those who are the one who are part of this chaos. We don't even need to ask them questions. We need to tell them this is what we want. But apparently, some people wanted to go deeper to analyze the mind of those people, but you never get anything from it. The only thing you're gonna get is wasting your time, wasting your energy. But the solution is there, is us. We are the solution. And that's why I always remind our Equatorian, احنا بدنا نطلع برا في الخارج look at ourselves. We can help ourselves, and that's what we're doing. And for reminder to our Equatorians, tomorrow when I come and give my message to all of Equatorian regarding the Thanksgiving celebration, I'll do it even though I'll be somewhere else, but I'll do it briefly. It's like a speech, and I'll give my message to the people of Equatoria, and to take it hard, because the most important in our message here is unity. The unity of Equatorian based on not just on the purpose, but on all the the social core of who we are as Equatorians. Because without our unity, without us knowing even the term Equatorian came because we've been rooted in that culture, the culture of unity. So culture of unity is there. But what the difficulty we face The difficulty is we are neglecting and ignoring when we come to the reality of we want to challenge the wrong. For example, right now you see a lot of us want to step and stick on something that is not going to get us nowhere. Only it will just prolong our suffering, distract us from what we want and what we're going to get, and we never go far. And then you see our people die, and our people back home die worse in a worse condition because of the poverty and and the like what do you call I forgot the word, trying to put it like this insecurity and the injustices that is going on in that land. يعني ديس وضع لهم فوق وضع محرج ووضع محزن جدا، ما في تقدم، وبتلقى الناس زي اللي بيولدون في ظروف وبيموتوا في ظروف. لكن احنا اللي برا احنا املهم، املهم بمعنى كيف؟ احنا خلينا ما نجسب ما نلصق حالنا في حاجات اللي ما بيدينا قدام، ما بيوحد ما بيقوي community بتاعنا كإيكواتوريان. To be strong as Equatorian, we need to look at the bigger picture. That we, the people, are power to change everything. We are power to truth, or truth to power. عشان يقدر يكون في قوة لازم إحنا اللي نغير الوضع ده. الوضع بيتغير ما بس لما نشوف حاجة واحد هناك واقف زي علم أو زي حديد ده أو لمبة ساطع وخلاص نقول كلنا نقعد تحت اللمبة ده. Because اللمبة ده ترشق ولا حرق. What else? ما هو البديل? Nothing else. People will just begin to go around like blind people again. بيفتشوا هنا شفت الدبابين ولا الحشرات بالليل دائما بينجذبوا الى شنو؟ الى الضوء في الخارج. لكن لو الضوء ده حرق اللمبه حرق خلاص بيختفوا. They disappear. They will go around like a blind cat or blind insects looking for something else that is light so they can go all and get close to it. And this is not the way how we need to build our community as Equatorians. We need to be stronger than that. Equatorians, we are more powerful than anything. Hello, Sister Flora. We need to be more able and constructive and more determined to change this condition in the forward. This before this end of year, خلينا نكون عندنا resolution to the end of this year. The resolution that will say that we are no longer going to follow this kind of behavior again. We're going to change our direction to a better direction. Now 2020 is going to go close soon, and we're going to be in a new year, 2021. And this 2020 have been a catastrophic, but thank God we're still here. Some of our loved ones who have gone, we say God rest their souls. But those who are still alive and those who continue to live for tomorrow, let's focus on changing this condition that brings Equatoria down, that put Equatorian in a condition where there's no solution. Equatoria must not look to the outside. They have to look within. And to look within, we don't have to look at things that does not distract us from how and what and which capability and in what capability we can change things. المشكلة واضحة. The problem is there. The root of the problem we know. All we need is to change that root of the problem. We need to act on the right and the proper way. To take it in a proper way, we need to take action in the proper way so we can get there. You cannot just run around left tomorrow and then tomorrow to the right because you have no any understanding what is your problem. To know your root to the problem, you need to understand it. And to understand it, you have to know who you are and what is your purpose and what is your issues and who you are as a person. So we know we are Equatorian. We know we have a land that has been occupied. We know we are now facing injustice, facing distraction that will never end. And now, as you see, the regime is continuing to elaborate as if they are the government. And now they are making even deals. يا هو شايف businesses قاعدين كل يوم بيعملوا تجارة مع دول اللي المفترض ذاته ما يتدخل في مشاكل ولا كان يكونوا part of this thing. Right now دول اللي قاعد يتمتع بالثروات بتاع الأرض، قاعد يتمتع بالcorruption. لو في ناس عندهم مبادئ كان، والدول ده كله صراحة في العالم ما في دولة عنده مبدأ لحد هسه أنا شايفه، لأن الدول ده كل زول قاعد ينازع من أجل حقه. حتى مراتهم ذاته they will sell themselves cheap to do corruption عشان هم يكونوا أقوياء. Yesterday we noticed when Israel was fighting for their land, they were fighting for their land. Every African in the world or anybody who lived in injustice, suffering, they would support Israel, say, yeah, Israeli, they did good. But today, look at Israel today and look at Israel yesterday. The Israelis yesterday, they struggled to get to the power, to get to their land. But now Israelis some of them today are doing the most wrong things in Africa. One of them حتى هم بيتعاملوا في حاجات اللي غير شرعي. لكن ما معناته إحنا We don't understand what's going on. We understand it. Right now احنا كأبناء إيكاتوريا خاصة أراضينا صارت هي مركز لشنو؟ للعراق لأجل مصالح الدول الأجنبية وأراضي جنوب السودان كله. لكن أنا look at Equatoria first because Equatoria is my homeland. And to see the condition اللي شعبنا فوقه والمخيمات اللي شعبنا ودوم طردوهم له فوقه والتانيين قاعدين تحت أشجار ما معروف مصيرهم كيف ودائما ناسنا في معاناة واحتياج. Every day they're in need. This thing tells you what the condition and what is this problem is causing us. So for us Equatorians, we really need to wake up. Take it serious. Those who are still sleeping, let them wake up. Let them not just be listeners. Let them be active people. Let them do something. Because it's sad when tomorrow you leave this world تمشي للآخر. بيجي ربنا بتاعك بيجي يسألك انت عملت شنو. حتى أرواح أجدادك بيجي يقفوا جنبك بيقول انت عملت شنو للناس اللي ورا. Because أجدادنا at least they fought against all the tyranny. They fought the Arab remnants, they fought the British, they fought the Belgians for their land. Some of them ضحوا حياتهم هم في شبابهم. But they brought us, our fathers' fathers, to be here. And now we are their descendants. But they fought nobly to protect the dignity and the honor of what Equatoria is. But for us today, the generation اللي قاعدين escape away from responsibility. Is this the way how we are brought to this world? So instead of us running away from our problem in the wrong, in a way of hiding with some things that does not bring us any solution. Ahzab. Are you direct this question to me? What did I do for my people? Sister Flora? Well, right now I'm speaking. Right now I'm advocating. I'm telling my people we have to come together. And I'm not just talking here. We do it in action too. If that is the question you're directing to me. Because if you want to know, the condition in Fogo is nothing to be celebrated. It's nothing to be silent. It's nothing to be just watching and because أنا شايفين إحنا بقينا نخبط كإيكاتوريans right now. خاصة لما أنا مذكر وأنا repeat this because this is one of the topic that I always speak about. الأحزاب اللي لسه قاعدين يتكلموا هم أحزاب سياسية في جنوب السودان. They are wasting Equatoria's right. They are wasting Equatorian time and they're putting Equatoria more بيشردوا Equatoria من أراضيهم ما بدينا لقدام. واحنا مجموعات كبيره من استوائيين طلعنا في الخارج خاصه اللي قاعدين في اوروبا واللي قاعدين في امريكا واللي قاعدين في استراليا وقاعدين في any places are more safe. So for us to change the condition we need to throw all these political parties away. نكب كل الاحزاب السياسيه اللي جاب لنا المصايب لانه هم يوم المصيبه الاساسي. because إن لو بنربط حالنا بالاحزاب السياسيه اللي قاعد يودينا للاخر بس بودونا في اتفاقيات بودونا في معارك بدون ما يكون في اي حل للموضوع الاساسي هو اراضينا يرجع علينا مواطنينا يرجعوا يستقروا في الاراضي واحنا نقدر نبني اراضينا بالطريقه الصحيح نعمل فوق مشاريع نقدر نبني مدارس مستشفيات نقدر نقدم مستوى تاع المجتمع بتاعنا لفوق مستحيل نحن نمشي قدام. استوائيين احنا ما نخدع حالنا نقولنا جايين نجري ورا احزاب سياسيه وجينا قدام. احنا نخدع حالنا لو إحنا قاعدين نقول خلينا ننتظر سلام او ننتظر شنو هناك او هم ده كله قعدنا كم سنه من 2010 من ما طلعنا الدوله احنا always we trying to hide behind شنو خلاص في دوله طالعه ما مشكله خلينا نقعد ناس بيشتغلوا احنا خلاص دوله طالعه. What is دولة طلع mean? It doesn't make sense. I have heard this so many times. دولة طلع عندنا بترول ده ما بيشتغل ساكت كمان في ناس الصحيح في مكان الصحيح. You can't put the wrong people in the wrong place. And right now we have a lot of wrong people who are guiding us blindly. يعني بدون مؤاخذة قال الحمير يقود الخرفان ولا يقود الأسود. يعني بقى هنا شايفين إن حمير بقى حمار واحد بقى يقود الأسود كله. وإحنا بقينا more dumber than the donkey اللي جاي يودينا في المصيبة. For what I'm saying here to my Equatorian brothers and sisters, we are fighting for our right. We are fighting for our dignity. And when we speak here, I speak here with my heart to the people of Equatoria. وأنا قاعد نتألم ونتأسف every day when I see still some Equatorians are blinding themselves with wasting their minds and their energy on things that will not bring Equatoria solution. The only solution to Equatoria is Equatorians, civilian must understand and must take initiative as soon as possible. This year is coming to end. This year is coming to end soon. You know, I don't know if Sister Flora, I don't get it. But anyway, so what is happening to our country? It is not, you know, what is happening to us today في Equatoria is just getting us nowhere. You know, so احنا عاوزين أهم شيء في وسطنا هسه نركز عليه هو عشان come together we need to eliminate those obstacles and elements اللي داير يوصلنا ل no return. Today I'm looking at this thing and I see the social condition of our Equatorian people in the country. People there, they're crying to the point that they are either committing suicide or they're going to alcohol. They're going to alcohol, you know, just to forget. And our women are become are surrendered, like especially في بنات اللي في بلد بنات إيكاتوريا اللي كانوا بيكونوا great mothers to Equatorian sons and daughters. Now they have been taken cheaply by the others who are abusing us. بالشخصيات الأخرى اللي قاعد abuse our people. بمعنى تاني نقول بوضوح Adenka right now they're abusing our people, right? They're killing them, they're displacing them, and they are doing it with pride. حتى انت كان قاعد تشوف فيديو بتاع واحد قال انا ما شفت الفيديو لكن سمعت من الناس اسمه لوك بيلي ولا بيلي لوك بيتكلم بكل جراءة انه you know let's make war وبعدين طبعا هو عم بيعمل ضد اولين وفي نفس الوقت كمان هو ضد الفكره بتاع ايكاتوريا ان احنا الواقفين فكره بتاع انفصال من ارض من جنوب او احنا ما عايزين نقعد مع شمال مع جنوب مع الباقيين because they see this is it's not gonna happen. يعني بقى بيتجرأ وهم بيتكلموا كده وده كلام ما جاي منه بس ده كلام معظمهم بيشاركوها. Any person in Dinka they believe in that South Sudan will never separate, especially people in Upper Nile. They're even afraid of that word. لكن we will separate. Hello brother Shaw, welcome. So احنا كأبناء استوائية when we're fighting, we're not fighting because احنا عم نتكلم عن fight of you know we just want to be alone. We've seen injustice, we've seen abuse, we've seen hatred, we've seen the language of threat and abuse to the point وصلنا لمرحلة بقى ما في له عودة. دماء سفكت، بناتنا اغتصبوهم وبناتنا قاعدين يشيلون قدامنا ولسه كمان قاعدين يذلونا واحنا بنتفرج. communities بتاعنا they watching. say بنعمل شنو؟ This is the always word. What can we do? Yeah, you can do something. You know, like they say, only take good men to do nothing so that evil can triumph. You know, it take good men to do nothing so that evil can triumph over others. يعني بمعنى تاني بالعربي أنا بقول يعني بياخد بس إنه زول الطيب ما يعمل أي شيء وهو بيشوف يعني الدنيا بتغير في دقيقة. الشرير بيجي بيعمل عمايله الشريرة وبيدمر كل شيء. حتى أسس بتاع أي شيء بنى تحتية مناطق استوائية ما في. Right now what we see only buildings everywhere عشوائي بناء عشوائية. شعبنا بيموتوا حتى خليك من الناس اللي في مخيمات النساوين الحاملين they die. We all know this but still we are unable to put a guideline straight. لأنه في ناس they make an obstacle out of fear or out of favoritism by saying, oh, I'm this. How long are you going to be this and this and you're dying in the West and you're dying back home? How long are you going to live just thinking that the way you have been doing it, repeating it every day and not making any difference? وضع بتاعنا كل يوم احنا قاعدين نعيده. How many منظمات قمنا جنوبيين قاموا فوق منظمات مثلا استوائية ولا منظمات and it's going nowhere. Why? Because people are not, you know, like they're not putting themselves in the point of changing the thing. And now this is the time for us to make a difference. And I say this not because I'm, you know, some people think I'm stressed out on that. No, it's just we need to change it and we need to take action. Especially the end of this year is going to be a different year. So we don't want to repeat this mistake again. لأنه كل ما نعيد الأخطاء بتاعنا وما بنغيره معناته إحنا ذاته إحنا ما أفضل من الحمير أو من البهائم الأخرى. You know, لأنه today we see the same mess. Today economically we are failure. And then إحنا في نفس الوقت هسه الديون اللي امبارح قاعد نقرأ واحد في جرائد قاعد يقول إنه كير imagine بعد ما هو فشل البلد لكوربشن ودى البلد في كوربشن وحرب هو قاعد يتكلم عمل اجتماع مع وزراء بتاع you know international fund monetary fund like for financial support وقالوا داير حوالي كم مليون عشان يقدر يبني البلد. قال عشان يقدر يعمل تعمير في البلد. How many times they gave them billions and they're wasting it on their own pocket? They're going outside the country بيعملوا إجرام فساد إداري فساد مالي فساد أخلاقي وعمليات غير صالحة للإنسانية, killing the innocent people, taking their life and putting them in a miserable condition, and yet they refuse, to step away from the regime, because people who are giving them the power is those who now call themselves opposition. All the time they're playing Russian roulette with these guys, saying احنا عاوزين نتكلم عن الجذور. اوكي, جذوركم ده اتكلمتوا عنه كم سنة وناس ماتوا. There is no تغيير. استوائين عندنا القوة وعندنا السلاح، هو احنا نقيف كبعض كأخوان وكل القبائل. لأنه اليوم الفتنة اللي داخلة في جوا استوائية ما تنسى آيو هناك قاعد يلعب دور كبير في تفكيك المجتمع الاستوائي. عندك اسفله قاعد يفكك المجتمع الاستوائي. عندك كمان بيجاي كان رجعنا تطويل الحرب ده is distracting our social fabric as community of Equatoria. And when I'm saying social fabric, I'm talking about الأسس الأخلاقية والتربية والفاميليز, everything is breaking apart. وبتلقى عندنا يعني حتى الجهل بقى كتير في وسط المجتمع. And this is not good for the next coming years. زمان قلنا 5 years. When the end this year, there will be like 4 years left. So let's count 4 years and 2 months. 4 years and 2 months, though Equatoria didn't مشهد حالهم, we are not going to be anywhere. And this is something is clear. People today will not listen to it. People today will ignore it. But trust me, when that 4 year comes, it will be hell on earth for us. And there will be no more chance for Equatoria to come back again. Why I say this? Because we have the chance, and we need to really take heed to what we're saying and come together in the right way, like we ask. It is not about popularity here. It's not about you liking me or not. It's about helping our people back home and helping you too. So one day when you go home, you'll be proud. You're going home like any king, like any queen, going there with pride to see your home, and teach your kids. If you have kids, teach them about home. Say, this is where you come from. This is your ancestors' land. This is your home. Make sure that your land is more. There is no way you can ever sell it or buy it from anyone. This is something unique. It's unsold. You can't buy it and sell it. So today we see our land is just taken easy. People are desperate. People are either under threat or desperate to give up their land, to give up, not even doing it voluntarily, to give up out of fear, out of threat, out of intimidation, or either murdered for it. And now we see all these things taken away. بقى هنا بنشوف بعضنا competitors in the condition of getting go on. And then you go back and you see some things happening right now with this political game اللي قاعدين يلعبوا فوقهم. بيجوا بيمشي يعملوا التجارة مع دول أجنبية. بيقول الأجانب we need loan. وأجانب كمان ما بيقصر بيديهم القروش. لأن أنتوا ما كنتوا تتكلموا على الحاجة اللي أنتوا دايرينه. ما كنتوا تتكلموا عن حقوقكم. أنتوا قاعدين تقول أنا واقف مع ده أنا واقف مع ده. لما أنت حتكيف مع ده. ما أقول لهم بوضوح إحنا ما عاوزين الناس ده. الثورة إن قلنا قاعد نطلب الثورة بتاعنا لازم نحن نعمل شنو؟ stand up. Like even I say to the people in the camp, we need to rise up. People in camp, you need to take action by the end of this November. You need to protest within the camp. Protest عشان لأنه لما to show the world إنت in a bad condition, you don't want to be in this camp, then the world will begin to listen. But if you're quiet and accepting your suffering, accepting your pain, you will never go forward. انت هتكون مهزله ومسخره للعالم. بقول ما ده جبانين. ما كان كلمه جبان ده دونا لو في وشنا. Every day they used to call that name to us. Equatorian are cowards. Equatorian are cowards. Even they insulted our women when they were abusing them by raping them or by taking advantage of them because of their poverty. They will take the girl from her family by force, or they will even corrupt the girl, like teenagers. Even teenagers have been corrupted. This thing is it's a kind of conscience. It's Equatorian. Wherever you are in this world, you're supposed to stand up for your people. تخيل ده بنتك، تخيل ده أختك. You want to see this abuse on them? You want to see this thing? How long are we going to be watching? A spectator is not active on taking action. Be part of it. Be participator on the history. اللي بيغير وضعها مستقبل Equatoria. So my people, my brothers and sisters, قاعدين في مخيمات. You need to be men. Especially you guys are the one who are the head of the house. Even if you believe in Bible, they said men are the head of the house. Wenkum. Don't watch your children suffer. Don't watch your woman getting taken from you and your child gonna grow up in misery and tomorrow he's gonna be alcoholic or messed up and have no future. ولا بيعرف يقرا ولا بيكتب ولا عنده حتى مستقبل يمشي لقدام. How long you gonna be watch this؟ وضعنا كل يوم قاعد يسيء واحنا نتفرج، وضعنا بيسيء واحنا بنتفرج. حتى ذاته something to do it in the right way ما في. لكن we always wanna act like إننا مثقفين ومتعلمين. التعليم ما كلام. التعليم ما بتلبس زي بدله وكرافته وتدور بو. يا ما لقينا ناس لابسين بدله وكرافته لكن مخ ما في. كلهم طلعوا كلام فارغ. today ناس كتير لابسين بدله وكرافته وماسكين بلد جنوب السودان. ناس متخلفين من اخرهم، من اولهم لاخرهم، ما في شيء فوقهم غير ضيعونا ودونا لوين. العالم بيجي يضحك علينا، قال عشان كده بقى اي زول حرامي بيجي بيدخل في جنوب السودان جاي يعمل استثمار في جنوب السودان. They can play around with us, mocking us and saying that oh you guys we're gonna make business، جايين نساعدكم، جايين نفتح لكم مدارس. ومن بيطلعوا آلاف ملايين من الدولارات وبيجي يدوكم حبة فتات بتاع يعني بكشيش. قول مثلا شلنات shilling ولا some coins, you know, like in America we say it like centat, like 25 cent quarters, something like that. This is what they're doing to us and yet we are watching. ويلا في ناس يقول إحنا كلنا جنوبيين كلنا قاعدين suffer. Okay, we are suffering. Who is the real one who is losing everything? He got no even word to speak, not even a word. It's us, Equatorians. And yet we still don't want to acknowledge that. Still في Equatorian they keep it quiet, say لا احنا نلعب سياسة. ما في سياسة في وضع في بلد ده. There is no politics. It's just we are really killing ourselves in a stupid way because احنا cowards. We don't have to take a decision because if إحنا ما coward, only a coward would say احنا عندنا سياسة تحت. السياسة بكون واضح. ما داير حاجة تجامله because we are not. Time is running against us. انت كان قاعد تلعب chess, you need to understand in chess there is nothing called انا قاعد نعمل ده عشان نقدر نمشي هناك. ما the other guy he understand what exactly you're doing and he will get you. That's the best way when انت قاعد to delay your own death but you're gonna die for it because you made a big mistake. But instead of focus on the strategic point, take it to the heart, say this is what I want, take it. But unfortunately we always trying to dilly dally on that. وده الوضع اللي قاعد يضيعنا كمجموعة استوائية. Because it's really heartbreaking when نتفرج every day this situation going on and we are just the spectators watching it and say yeah إننا وطنيين. Then when we ask you come and do this you back up or you say أنا مع ده أنا مع ده, you know. No, there is nothing called أنا مع ده. When you die, you know, when you die and when you are suffering, the one you say معه وهو ما فاهم ما حتى ما قاعد يجي honor you for who you are as a person. They want to act arrogant in front of you and they want to act arrogant in front of everybody. ما حتمشي لقدام. احنا lose everything. Our land is everything. Our people is everything. And if you don't see that, you are not deserved to be even called Equatorian because you want to believe in yourself. You know it better. You're smarter. You've been this. What did you do all these years? We were born after you guys. Some of them, we are born after them. What did you get? Only misery. We are born in this misery. We are born in this hardship. احنا عايشين فوقه. But we want to change it. No more time to silence. No more time to be sleeping. And I thank my sisters اللي قاعدين stand up and speaking out. I appreciate them with all my heart because I see the women of Equatoria are more determined than the men. I know there is few men who are standing up, but shame for the majority are quiet. Shame for the majority of men who are silent. If they are watching their sisters getting abused in front of them or listening about the misery they go through and they don't take action or heed and they just yet wanted to play the game of politics that has nowhere. ما في سياسة في جنوب السودان ده كله فاشلين من أولهم لآخرهم إن كانوا برا ولو في الداخل. You know, بنازل كله كان part of this group لمن في 2010. They came into power. They were living in a honeymoon so gladly. They forgot about us. They never even لما كان بيمشي كان لما انت تبوس تراب بتاعه تراب في الارض عشان تقدر تشوفه. Sometimes they don't even want to see you. They don't even want to talk to you. They look at you like you're nothing. Today when they run outside the West, everybody want to welcome them like kings. يعني لما نيجي يلقوا حقهم خلاص لقوا مصالحهم الخاصة, they ignore you. How long? When will you learn, my fellow brothers, especially brothers and sisters of Equatorial, my brothers of Equatorial, when will you learn that someone who never acknowledged you when he was in that time of success, but then when he comes to the need for you, he comes to you so easy. وانت هنا نسيت. قال له كان انا عملت يلا. طبعا في تانيين بيفكر كان انا عملت فريندشيب مع زول ده ولا انا عملت عملت all استقبال كويس. بكره انا بيجي هما ما بينساني، بكره بيجيبني في وزاره معاهم. But do you know how many people who went back, they never even acknowledge those who always كان قاعد kiss ass بدون مؤاخذة, kissing ass بتاع الناس ده. That's what is shameful. It even belittle your character, belittle who you are as a man. عشان تجري ورا زول عشان مصلحة السلطة. We are the power makers and the power shakers. We are the truth to power. لو انتوا ما فهمتوا point that you will never know what Equatorian mean. But I thank my brothers and sisters Ali standing for Equatoria. Ali know the meaning while we speak about Equatoria, because Equatoria is bigger than us and is more than anything. That it's our Jerusalem that we need to fight. If the holy wars are to be, this is what we need to do. And to me, I speak this, and I hope our people who are gonna listen later listen carefully, because what I'm saying here is not that's not something to waste. It breaks my heart as I'm the generation who are born in a in Sudan. I never seen South Sudan, and then I see the ones who said they lived in Juba. هم كانوا صغار لما بقوا كبار هسه يعني لما تانيين بقى يعجزوا في دول أجنبية. It break my heart لو هم قاعدين see this and ignoring what I say. It break my heart. And tomorrow history, not me, history will remember everything they done wrong. Because if they think we are joking here, you can call me, I'm nobody. You can call me anything. Like, can be careful what you do, because tomorrow they said whatever you sow you shall reap. Let's not follow the wrong things. Ali Bedina nowhere. Into amaltu mistakes, and I respect everybody make mistake. Like, and I respect the ones who stand up and change the mistake. Like one time I talked with one of our warriors back home. The man said, who can't amal mistake who joined IO? But he understood it and he took a change and action. This time he's fighting, not trusting anything comes from the other side that does not understand the meaning of Equatoria. And I really appreciate and honor this man. He's a real warrior. And this is what keep me courage and strength. Because إذا ما قاعد نفهم what is the value بتاعنا إحنا شنو, is sad. For my Equatorian brothers and sisters, we are fighting a big war. And for those elders, come join us. Don't be wasting your time with all these things اللي ما وداكم لقدام غير خلاكم تكونوا مهاجرين. Now you are immigrants outside your land. And some of you might even die never seeing South Sudan or Equatorial land. Are you willing to gamble this? Are you willing to risk it? Are you willing to accept to die in a foreign land like somebody who has no home? And guess what? In West, when you die, you're just a business, money. لا يزول المات برا ده money. لكن في بلد لما تموت بتموت ناس جنبك أهلك شعبك. They remember you, they honor you. They always, give respect, tradition, all that stuff. Like in to die in a foreign land, in an old age, not even to achieve anything, to change. You don't have to talk to make a difference. You just have to act. Join the right people and act with them. Come with them and join them and help, do something so we can change this thing for the best. I know after this 4 years from next year, I don't know how Equatoria will be, because Equatoria's future, it's really, really in a critical condition. With the Shaviao, Dinka was straightforward. They're telling you to their face, Equatoria must not separate. We will not allow it. And what did Dinka do to us? They're the same group. اللي بيسن يالهم كله في Equatoria land. They go and take and take and take, and disrespecting our women, disrespecting our land, disrespecting even ancestral grave بتاع أجدادنا. خليه بقى من أراضينا اللي بيشيلوه مننا. even بيسموها باسم. Jin Council guide هناك, they don't want to attack Jin Council. They want to say كيريا أو غلط. And then they say إحنا كلنا نجيب سوا, إحنا كلنا we are fighting this thing. No, we are not fighting this thing the same way. You guys fighting for your own interest that the guys failed you. The guy cannot even direct Dinka to become what they dreamt of, to be the people of high class, upper class. They could not reach that level because the lower class because of the lack of knowledge, lack of intelligence to even figure how to build themselves. And it's not our fault. It's the fault that they are the one who caused it. But for us, Equatorian, we are forced to leave our land. We are forced to even be second-class citizens in our land. Our human right has been stripped away from us. And yet, there is some Equatorian, they're afraid to speak it like that. But they can speak in the kitchen or speak in the funeral, act like they're brave enough. But when it comes to the reality of where is your right, they don't even take it. But imagine, our women, I want to say thank you. Equatorian women, you're real warriors and heroes. You took initiative by standing up, by taking everything, you know, took financial work. You're not able to fight there, but you took initiative to support your sisters and their children back home by supporting them whatever it takes, by taking that initiative without fear, without even aligning yourself with any political parties or anything. Like in Nasna Rujalali, majority of us are Lilissa, they want to live with arrogance and the worst thing about the arrogance Bitam with ignorance, combined with ignorance, they are losing themselves and losing even the next generation. Don't blame yourself and don't blame us when one day some of our generation will not want to go back to South Sudan, will not even want to remember Hajis Equatoria. Because they said, you know what? Nasi da zatu shunu ma fi iya shi annum culture بتاعهم وين؟ سكر culture بتاعهم بس لما نزول يداي بيجي يتكلموا لما الناس وين يعني حاجات كده very sad and heartbreaking, and yet they don't want to hear the bitter truth. They prefer ناس يغني لهم, ناس يجامل لهم عشان يمشوا يقولوا خلاص يا هذا زول. لكن listen, لو أنا جاملتكم it'd be a crime against myself more than crime against you, because I'm not going to be here to sit and talk good thing, because I'm disappointed in a lot of things that's going on. But still, I'm hopeful. With all that, I'm hopeful because Finas are really showed initiative. Equatorian men who really determined, who are fed up with this thing, who had said enough is enough, and they're now taking initiative with us. And for those in the camp, I tell you, I beseech you, stand up for your right. Don't wait for other things to come from outside, and don't wait for people to say خلي واحد leader يجي عشان يغير. You are leader of yourself. You are the leader of yourself. If you can have family, you can feed them, even you can take care of them. You can raise a child in your own education, the level of education you went to, you know how to teach them. You need to take action. You need to take action for them. ما تخاف, في ناس بيجي معك. ناس اللي كان نرجع قصة كوكورا لما بدأ. كوكورا لما حصلت, imagine ناس المتخلفين اللي بيقولوا أميين يعني ما متعلمين هم اللي يعني أشعلوا النار ده عشان كوكورا لازم يطبق. That time intellectual, getting called some themselves so-called intellectual Equatorians, were all just debating and sitting down and doing all this nonsense, while the other people who are suffering, facing the fire, they took action. لما انطردوا ناس اللي من هناك اللي طردوا دينكا لسبب لأنه دينكا قاعد do the same abuse today, and Dinka is now committing revenge on us clearly, ولسه في ناس didn't deny that, وفي دينكا دين يقول لنا احنا كلنا قاعدين suffer together. They still trying to lie to us. Listen, you can say you suffer together, but don't lie to me about my right. Today there is a government in your name. That's something, it is not us who said it, that's something you're doing it willingly. And it's not hatred against you. It's just we're fighting for our right. احنا بنعرف انت قبيله زي اي قبيله في جنوب السودان, لكن انت بقيت get to abuse the right of people. You begin to take advantage of the people, right? لدرجه ما اديت احترام لحق المواطن الاخر. For this is the reason why Equatorians like us who are calling for independence of Equatoria, because we are no longer able to live in a condition اللي ما بديك انت كإنسان صاحب البيت ما بديك حقك, بقدر يشيلوا حقك بقوة, as if we are واحد من owners of this house. And this is why we are standing up for our right, not to hate, but to stand up for our right, because we want to preserve and want to progress. To progress, to preserve and progress, we need solution that says an eternal peace within the land, a peace that will come with security, which is security, so we can go forward. We can go forward to be a nation that can be able. احنا عاوزين نكونوا nation like any nation احنا فوق هسه في West. People today are so proud. Imagine today, like this year, when the corona came up, the corona COVID-19 happened. Every country in the world fighting to find a cure or to find a vaccine. And today those nations have succeeded. Especially the US now declared that they are now created a vaccine that will help to protect millions of lives of American life from not dying, because America now has the highest number of death from corona in the world and the highest infection in the world. Look at what they're doing. They are determined. And why they do that? Because they have peace in their homeland. They have government who is responsible. You know, they have people who understand that احنا لما قاعدين fight for our land, we need to protect our land. ما نجي نقتل مواطنين ونهجرهم يلا نقول لنا سياسيين. تيجي تودرونا برا ما بنلقى حالنا ولا مكان. United States, Europe, all these European countries, they prefer peaceful solution. If they're politician, they need to argue in a political dialogue. ما في زول بيجي بيشيل سلاح عشان يجي يدخل في حكومة زي اليوم قاعد نشوف كل يوم. Everybody want to take weapon and then يلا كمان فوقه التخلف عندنا في جنوب السودان زايد فوقه هنا ده قبلية يعني زاد تين بلة لدرجة وصلنا لمرحلة بقى ما في any hope ولا future ما في. احنا كاستوائيين هسه وضعنا more worse because اراضينا قاعدين يقلعوا مواطنينا قاعدين يطردون برا وقاعدين يقول لنا ما من هنا. This is the time bigger language بتاع الناس اللي جايين من outside اللي هم عايشين in chaos every day. Now they are moving our people out so they can replace us. And then they still also have the character like عندهم الجراءة يمشي يشحدوا دول أجنبية قال ادونا قروش نبني بلد. يبنوا البلد ومواطنين تاعنا طردوهم. And yet some Equatorians still want to say no, احنا جنوبيين let's fight together. While the other don't even give you the respect because he is taking your home and renaming it. وانت لسه قاعد تتفرج. For us Equatorian, we are standing for our home, not because we hate a tribe, but we want to see our people go to progress. عشان نقدر نكون زي الدول الأخرى. نقدر يكون عندنا ability نقدر نكون احنا دولة نقدر نصنع حاجاتنا نقدر نحمي شعبنا you know نحن نقدر نوصل لقدام لأنه مشاكلنا بقى ما مشاكل اللي بيقولوا مشاكل نحن نطنشه. لما تيجي تقول تلقى واحد يتكلم قال احنا نتكلم عن حزب ما ونتكلم شنو أي برنامج وهم ما عندهم anything to put it clear. What I'm speaking here because this is not right. It's not right for us. Our people are losing themselves, losing their land, and even losing their life. With the young generation اللي ولدون في 2000 اليوم بيجوا alcoholic. Imagine المولودين في 2000 today you look at them they become alcoholics because they gave up because they see their fathers are not standing up. They see their fathers only just cowering enough. يلا بيجي تلقاه يا ابوه بيكون زول abusive ذاته بيدق امه كل يوم بيدق مرته كل يوم ويلا جانا بيشوف زي ده بكره كمان جاي يكون نفس الطبيعه بتاع ابوه جاي يكون زول دق نساوين وسكرجي ونهايته بس فشل يلا بس بيعمل عيال بدون يفهم يعرف جناده بكره جاي ياكل شنو وجناده بكره حيكون مستقبله كيف. They don't want to think like that. And this because the outcome of war ده كله من ردة الفعل تاع الحرب اللي قاعدين يزرع جوا البلد واحنا قاعدين نحاول نحل المشكله لكن ما قاعدين نحله بالطريقه الصحيحه. قاعدين نحلوه يعني بنزيد النار في النار. And it's not gonna ما بيطفي. The only solution is to come up together under the banner of being a nation of our own. When we end the conflict, give the people the power. الشعب الاستوائي لازم هم يكونوا أصحاب القرار. Let me go back to a point فيه مهم جدا. أيام بتاع قبل ما أوروبيين يدخلوا. Imagine يبقى لك أنا debate this with one of my best friend. أنا قلت لهم في حاجة حصلت أوروبيين لما جو أوروبيين هسه الدول الأفريقية كله فشلت. They all failed. Why they failed? Because إحنا قاعدين نتابع سياسات أجنبية واستشارات أجانب. Every time there is international community become into our conflict or our issues or our politics or our economics and every time they come within قاعد يعمل لنا يعني تغيير في الفكرة واحنا لسه ما جاهزين ولا فاهمين ذاته. في ناس كتير ما فاهمين حتى الفكرة or they don't understand what the West is like. The West has a different experience and different method اللي ممكن ياخدوها في السياسة بتاعهم. Our ancient people قبل ما يكون في خواجة they lived in peace in harmony. كان في conflict they will solve the conflict through peace treaty اللي بيجي بيكون فوقه زواج القبائل مع بعض، اندماج القبائل مع بعض، وبيعملوا قسم ما في تاني حرب ولا موت تاني بيكون فيه. Today we see conflict. قال يا اخي احنا نعمل compromise. بعد شيء بدو سلاح لده، بدو سلاح لده اللي بيقتلوا بعضهم، او بدو باور لده اكتر، بدو ده مور. يعني imagine today the conflict اللي هسه في جنوب السودان الاثنين قبيله جامبو. Today we see only two tribes now running the whole country. Before even when we became a nation, they gave power, weapon, financial support to two tribes. And the two tribes did, they took advantage of the people's voices in that independent. لكن لو كان الشعب الاستوائي أخذ قرار بوضوح زي هسه قاعد نقول لهم still ما فات الأوان. Even though we are able to change it by taking initiative. Taking initiative by saying احنا عاوزين دور ده زي ما قلنا removal of this regime. We don't even believe there's a government. We want our independent, but to have our independent as Equatorians, let's come together on the banner of we need to see our region completely separated from the others. And then we have the referendum, because it's not impossible for us to happen. لكن السياسيين بتاعنا دايرين نقول لا احنا نحارب سوا عشان نوصل للهدف, which is not gonna happen, because اتنين نفر already عندهم سلاح وعندهم كمان people قاعدين يلعبوا propaganda outside in the other international communities. عندهم سفارة, معظمهم منو يقدر يريبريزنتهم في سفارة؟ قبيلتين. منو يقدر يريبريزنت الإدارة بتاع البلد؟ قبيلتين. الجيش بتاع البلد قبيلتين. And yet we're still trying to deny it. Those old men بتاع Equatorian, they need to wake up. Those who have been given the title of cowards because of their silence, they need to wake up. Let not the women take initiative. Let us take initiative. Join us. Walk together. احنا نوصل. ما في شيء مستحيل. انتوا اذا قاعدين تتكلموا عن انه حاجه بتاع الوحده بيكون وانت ذاته ما قادر تعمل anything for وحده ده, قاعد بس قاعد تجي تكون بس خامل to stay and watch your people suffer and you don't even speak for them, then don't talk you to understand the meaning of unity. You need to unite your own home so you can go talk about unity. ناسنا قاعدين يجزروهم, ناسنا قاعدين يموتوا, generation قاعدين die. Today generation 2000, some of them أنا بقول 97%, I won't say, I was saying I would say 95% of them are not educated at this time. A lot of them are living in a hardship. Divide the 97 تلقى ممكن percentage من الناس دول اللي وصل لمرحلة بيعرف يقرأ ويكتب, في تاني ما بيعرف يقرأ ولا يكتب. This is the reality of what's going on in that place. You know, فإحنا عاوزين نوصل للحق بتاعنا, عاوزين ناخد حقنا, وعشان ناخد حقنا we need to be very serious with our point. Equatorians, and I say this my message to Equatorian men, look at your brothers back home who are dying, those young women who are being abused, and the land has been taken and renamed. What Jin Council قال abdor ta abusing, and they're winning. هم بقى الجبهة الإسلامية بتاع شمال السودان مذكر ناس الترابي, they become like a turabi. Now they are planning good, they're planning, so they're putting roots within. يعني في خلال 4 سنة جاي من نهاية السنة ده 4 سنة, there is a new tactic نازل جايين بو, والتكتيك بتاعهم is coming stronger this time, because they begin to see some Equatorians who speaking out, like في Equatorian تانيين الساكتين والمجاملين هم اللي حيودوا الفرصة دي لجين كونسل عشان يكون في انتصار, والأسفل حيكون قاعد لمدة سنوات. Right now, there is one hope for us today, is that United States have decided, they chose a new guy who's not going to be the same like that guy who is silent and sitting down sometimes. Even when you tell him, you have to repeat to him every time. But this guy, he already have a plan. And one thing also, we Equatorian need to be part of that plan. عشان نقدر نلقى حقنا ونكون Equatorian. And what I want for my brothers and sisters for Equatorian, I want you to give us your support, and we work together, because احنا عاوزين نشوف Equatorian rise. And I say we will help, we will make it happen, but I don't want to see only few who are there. I want to see all of us stand for the name of Equatoria. مش stand for حاجة اللي ما بدينا لقدام, اللي prolong the war. We need to end the war, and we need to end the occupation. We need to end the abuse, and we need to decide to be independent in our own way. And our decision will be with our own making, our own conviction. Being convict and conviction إنه إحنا وصلنا للمرحلة ده. because this is what we are planning for. واللي قاعدين يقولوا إنه مستحيل نكون دولة خليهم يقولوا، لكن time will tell. And we are determined in the same time because we want our liberty. We want our land. We want our women to be respected. We want our children to be living home, being given opportunity for tomorrow future. لأنه هم يا بكرة هيكونوا الناس اللي بده بيغير البلد داك. بكرة هم يا بيكونوا مخترعين تاع حاجات كتير في البلد داك. بكرة they will be the one who will be able to even set a greater ideals, philosophy, thinking, حتى مبادئ اللي الناس بكرة بيكونوا فخورين with it. You know, we have all the potential. لكن potential ده بيداي لو احنا بنسكت. Like I said, it takes only good men to be silent so evil can triumph. يعني زول اللي داير يشوف بلده كانوا ما داري ما قاعد عنده غيره لاهله وشعبه وتعب اهله وقاعد watch this، لانه بيخلي الشرير بيجي بينتصر عليهم. This is what happening. Silence the Equatorial have been so long. That's why they called us a lot of names. لكن خلينا نذكر كيف لما كوكورا حصلت، ناس المساكين الغلابه اللي بيقولوا ما متعلمين قدروا يعملوا تغيير في خلال one day اللي عمل ضجة في جنوب السودان كله. لما لحد هسه today Dinka still remember the word Kokora because Kokora كان this thing اللي خلاهم يطلعوا من أراضي الاستوائية. استوائيين رغم ما عملوا كوكورا still استوائيين زوجوا معهم. استوائيين زوجوا مع دينكا ما معناته هم كرهوا دينكا، لكن دينكا they did not. And then when we joined, our people joined the SPLM after the Kokora happened. هم قالوا ده كان حاجة قديم خلاص ماضي. المهم ناس ماتوا وناس غفروا للبعض، لكن لقينا الحركة الشعبية مبنية من تأسيسه حركة قبلي عشان ينتقم من حاجات اللي قال حصل في كوكورا. وفي نفس الوقت ده ما بيته، هو جاب داير يدخل بقوة، داخل بقوة السلاح وداير يعمل abuse. واليوم هنا قاعد نشوف abuse they wanted to bring it back and they already brought it. ويلا خاتين جين كونسل از شنو زي الجبهة بتاع ناس الترابي عشان يلعب دور كبير في شنو في تأسيس مملكة لهم قاعدين يحلم بودا. This is the نوايا بتاع جين كونسل. ويت بتشوف ناس اللي قالوا دينكا مثقفين they are afraid to tackle جين كونسل، لكن they will talk about كير ده ما بينفع، كير ده فشل البلد، كير ده طلع من الرؤية. ياتوا رؤية، ما ده رؤية بتاعكم من أساس الرؤية بتاعكم هو إنه تقتحموا أراضي بتاع ناس. انتوا احتلاليين، انتوا ناس دخلتوا في اراضي بتاع ناس بقوه، حتى اقتحمتوا، ما احترمتوا بناتنا، انتوا عذبتوهم اولادنا. لما انتوا اختطفوهم، اللي شلخوهم اللي اجبروهم يرتنوا روتان دينكا ويرتنوا روتان ناس تاني. This is exactly the attitude بتاعكم. احنا مفترض نشوف لقدام، لكن انتوا ما شفتوا لقدام. When Equatorian join you, live by example. They join you in the fight. They fought beside you to die and fight and kill the enemy اللي كنا قاعدين نسموه عرب، the Arab remnant، بقايا العرب اللي هسه في شمال السودان. ورغم في جنوبيين يتزوجوا مع شمالين، لكن شمالين شويه احترمونا لما نحن اخذنا قرار نكون دوله. They never come and aggressive against us. They just begged us to forgive and forget, but احنا قلنا too late. Today this is going to happen again. They need to understand. They didn't even understand from what happened between north and south. Huma understood from Kokora. And today, Equatoria is facing the same predicament, and we are choosing this time to stand for our people. But for those Equatorian men, old men who are still sleeping, they need to wake up. You need to wake up and say enough. لو انتوا فشلتوا في شبابكم ما تفشلونا في شبابنا. Join us in the right way. Support us and stand up for the truth. ما تمشوا تلصقوا حالكم في حاجات اللي ما عنده أي هدف. أحزاب السياسية لسه قاعد يقوم من وراء المشاكل في جنوب السودان، ده كله أحزاب فاشلة، وده نفس الجزء بتاع حزب الفاشل اسمه SPLM، ونازل ما لسه متمسكين بالحركة الشعبية بمبادئ ورؤية بتاع الحركة الشعبية اللي كانت دولهم بالغش ده، قال لهم إنه إحنا لازم نفايت للسودان الجديد، لكن في النهاية نحن نكون دولة. These people have lost their direction. They don't even know who they are. Because those Testuai stand for Equatoria. That's it. Don't go and fight for something that you know those guys don't even care about you. لكن ده يجي يخشوا قال يا اخي كلنا اخوان. لما انت بقى تتكلم عن حق قال لك كلنا قاعدين نسافر. احنا قاعدين نسافر. I understand. Okay, في suffering. لكن who is the one bringing the suffering to others اللي قاعد يحاول يhelp? We came together for one thing called South Sudan. People went there with all heart, open heart to vote. Even حتى لسه مرة سموه خريطة بتاع جنوب السودان، ناس قال خلاص ما مشكلة حاجة بعدين في قدام نحن بنغيره. لكن it didn't happen. So This is what happened. In my conclusion, I wanted to say, situation to South Sudan will never change. We Equatorian must understand, إحنا لو قاعدين نسكت every day and we're not taking initiative, we're not joining hand in the right with the right people, إحنا قاعدين follow things اللي ما عنده أي فايدة، إحنا lose our place, lose our history, lose our culture, and we'll never be a nation. We'll never be anything. Because right now you see, like us الناس اللي في جوبا، us الناس اللي في جنوب السودان ده، it's Equatorians, how they live is miserable, but they're silent. us الناس المخيمات ما عندهم مستقبل. They're living there. في يال جنريشن يمكن في 3 جنريشن ولدون في مخيمات من حرب بتاع شمال وجنوب لحد هسه، في تانيين رجعوا تاني في مخيمات او تانيين قاعدين في مخيمات because المصائب اللي حاصله. ما shameful for us Equatorians اللي عندهم opportunity to change the history by doing the right thing. No, they don't want to do that. لا قاعد نقيف لذاك، احنا بقينا زي دبابين نقيف او the insects بنقيف ورا لمبه في شارع، واللمبه ده ذاته يعني حالته مضروب، بعد شيء لما يضرب خلاص كل دبان قاعد يطير في مكان. Let Equatoria not be like like those insects. Let Equatoria be better than that, because we can change the history. Today our time is ticking, and this is the end of the like our year again Tehi soon, and we'll have a new year for tomorrow's celebration of Thanksgiving, and people have to thank God for everything, and also we have to be grateful that adversity there is a way how for us to go forward. Actually, adversity there now is a lesson for us to show our human spirit, to show our strength, our character as Equatorians, how we are gonna able to overcome the difficulties. We inherited the difficulties, but we're not gonna let the difficulty just keep us quiet. Everybody jay die anyway. Nobody's gonna live forever. Like in die knowing that you have left something good in your home. Die that you know your people are proud. Say thank you. We are a nation by ourselves, and we will be a nation. Let that be known to Equatorian. We are a nation already, and we will be a nation. But what need to be a nation, we need to work together عشان نوصل للدولة الجديد بتاعنا ده. Let us not be afraid. Let's not be political correct. ما نجامل زول، لأنه المجاملة قد يكبنا في تحت البحر وتحت التراب، وبعدين ما بنلقى مستقبلنا. وفي ناس اللي accept the misery ده هم die outside not knowing what is home, to rest in your home. I want my resting place to be my home, not in this place. Because I am an Equatorian, son of Equatorian, and I will go for my land, fight for them, and until the day when my time comes, I will be buried and die in Equatoria. But I will not go and just keep myself, hiding in this drama بتاع حركات الشعبية، حركات التمردية اللي ما عنده أي فوائد، بس قاعد يضيعوا وقت تاعنا. Let's support the men اللي قاعد fight for Equatoria. Let's support the men getting fight for the land of Equatoria. Those are the men who we can see they can make a difference. لأنه نازل فعلا they are fighting, giving up everything so they can see their land and their people be honored and respected. For all the tribe of Equatoria, you need to join under the command of our warriors and getting fight for the land. If it's the west or the east or the central, join these guys. We're hina as Equatorian. We support you with our hearts, with our mind, with everything we have. Because guys, you are fighting for the land. You're not fighting عشان تقدر تدخل في حركة في حكومة. This is not the idea. And we will continue supporting that ideal. اللي land بتاعنا is everything. So I want to say thank you, my fellow brothers and sisters, and مهم بكرة I'll give my message to every Equatorian, message of Thanksgiving. I want to say thank you so much and God bless. I don't have time much, but I would love next time when I get a chance, I'll put people to speak if they want to have to say anything. But God bless you and have a blessed day. Thank you, guys.
I'm sending a raven, blackbird in the sky, sending a signal that I'm here, some sign of life. I'm sending a message, feathers and bone. Just let me know I'm not forgotten, not here alone. The air is cold, the night is long. I feel like I might fade into the dawn. Fade until I'm gone. I'm so far from home, so far from home. Not where I belong, not where I belong. I'm so far from home, so far from home. I'm sending a raven, blood on its wings, hoping it reaches you in time. You know what it means. It's out here in the darkness and out of the light. If you get to me too late, just know that I tried. I'm so far from home, so far from home. Not where I belong, not where I belong. I'm so far from home, so far from home. So far. The air is cold, the night is long. I feel like I'm fading to the dawn. Fading to the dawn. I'm so far from home, so far from home. Not where I belong, not where I belong. I'm so far from home, so far from home. Not where I belong, not where I belong. So far from home. Not where I belong. I'm so far from home.
And yes, my final word to you guys, those who are in camp, you need to gather yourselves and do this rally on this end of November. You have to, because to give you that strength, so the world can know your situation. You don't want to be in the camps, that's for sure. You want to go back to your land. بعدين قريبات ده في واحد قال في Sudan Tribune, I forgot to say that United Nations giving like تهنئة لحركة أو قال إدارة جنوب السودان إنه هم now they're helping to return the people back, when we know it's not true, because the people still in camp, and especially for us Equatorian, we're not even in that consideration. يعني ذات ما معتبرين في الكلام تاع returnees ده. يعني internally displaced people, they're only the people in Upper Nile. But for us Equatorians, our people will always be outside لو احنا ما شدينا حيلنا. فعشان كده أنا بقول Equatoria, stand up for your right and do whatever it take, so you can show the world what who you are and what is our Equatorian mindset is like. We are different from this brutal, barbaric, and primitive mindset that has nothing, only just a distraction and displacement of our people. Well, inshallah, Bukra, I'll talk to you guys. Thank you. In the afternoon, I'll get a chance to talk to you. God bless.